This woman spent like 6 hours making a box. Just go buy one. I don't understand the need for this kind of homemade stuff. Honestly, I suppose if you have absolutely no money, I'd still, if you dare to watch, she makes it a whole lot more complicated than it needs to be, but it's still entertainment. Yeah. I wonder where Ethel went.
Hey everybody, it is December 23rd, Sunday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and I need to figure out something to give to my husband on a $0 budget. So I've been digging around in my stash of craft supplies, trying to come up with something. I have some ideas. And essentially, what he would probably like the most is for me to do things with him, because I don't like to leave the house. So we're talking like from that tag that he and I did, go to the grocery store, you know, go run errands, whatever. Just spend time with him. Uninterrupted time. No electronics, no phone, no YouTube, no Facebook, no nothing. Just pay attention to him. So how do you wrap that up? You wrap it in a coupon book, right? Yeah. But we don't just want one coupon, or coupon, depending how you pronounce it. We want it to be reusable, so that when he's needing some love and attention, he can just cash in for it. Essentially. Now, I like disclaimers so that I get a little warning. So my coupons are going to have fine print, probably. You know, like, you know, spend time with him, and, you know, coupon must be redeemed with, you know, 1 hour notice or whatever, however many hours notice. If it's like a full day thing, you know, 1 day advance notice, 2 day advance notice, something like that, because otherwise, you know, things could get ugly. So we want this to be a good experience. So I was digging around in the closet trying to figure out a way to make this a little bit more special than just, you know, printing something off the computer or handwriting it on Post-it notes. I came up with some ideas. You know, a lot of this stuff that I've been digging through was stuff that Heck Iver had sent me. And I guess I'll run a couple of ideas by you, but obviously I'm not going to be able to get feedback from you before I have to get this thing made. He's at the grocery store right now, I think, looking for my Truvia. Thanks, Sonia, for the suggestion. He's looking for it. All right. So, let's see. Jan gave me these foam sheets, and I was thinking of using this as the covers for the book, and then, you know, punching holes in ribbon or something. But they've got this adhesive on it. So, you know, I could stick handwritten letters to the insides, but then I was also thinking of making the little coupons like little punch out things that you can remove from the book, cash it in, and then 2 ideas. Either then once it's in my possession, I get to reuse it on him, reciprocate, or he just, you know, when I feel that enough time has passed that he can redeem again, I'll put the coupon back in his little book and stick it back, you know, so that he's not using the same coupon day after day after day. I need my me time. Okay. So that was one idea, was to, you know, make little punch out things. But again, I've got this adhesive back. So again, I'll figure out how to do that. But then I thought, well, there's probably other uses for this that I might want these for, but then I'm not always going to be this strapped for cash that I'll actually be able to buy things someday. So that was one idea. Okay. It was a book. But I'd probably use up this whole thing. My other idea was to make a box, well, essentially like a little box with a lid, and inside of that would be the coupons that he could use. So that he has a little box. Or, I guess, a bigger one. But, well, you get the idea with the lid. But actually, I'm thinking more like a Kleenex box with a hole where he can reach in and draw something at random so he can't see what he's picking. And then it would be fun things to do. Kind of like, if you've ever watched Impractical Jokers, which is one of his favorite shows, where they'll have the wheel of torture or whatever the hell it is. I don't know. And they spin it, and then that's what they got to do. So it'll be like things like that. Like some of them be really awesome things. Some of them will be like, and some of them will be like, oh my God, you're kidding me. I have to do this. You know, like make a gingerbread house out of toast today. Things like that. Just little fun activities to do together that are stupid, but open up the opportunity for some comedy. So that was kind of what I was thinking. It was a little grab bag for activities. That's kind of where I'm leading. So I need to wrap my box and get the hole in it. And then create the cards. And you can keep restocking it. Whenever you come up with a new idea, either one of you, throw it in the box of things to do when you're bored. Things to do as a couple. Whatever. So that's my idea for his Christmas gift. And it shouldn't cost a dime. So I have to find the wrapping paper because... But then again, I don't know if I want to do wrapping paper because that's going to be Christmassy. And this is something that should be sitting out all year. So maybe I want to wrap it a different way. Like, I don't know what color fabric I have. If I wrapped it in fabric. Hang on. Let me see what I've got. Yes, this is what I made my drawer organizers with in the bedroom. And this will probably be kept in the bedroom, this box. Because there could be naughty things in there too. Who knows? But yeah, I can, oh, that was my stomach, sorry. I'll wrap it in this so that it can be left out. Decorative item. That's like an inside joke between he and I. Oh gosh, I don't know if I want to share this. Okay, sure, I will. So we were moving, and I had taken, like, I don't know, several days off of work. It was a long weekend, and we were moving, and we were unpacking our new house that we were renting. And we were getting slap happy because we had stayed up until, like, 5 in the morning or something, unboxing all of our belongings. And we were impaired by some activities, let's just say. But anyway, we were a little loopy, and opening up all the boxes of the knickknacks and tchotchkes and all that shit. And he you know, he's got the OCD. He's got to decide where it's going to go, and that's where it's going to stay for the rest of its life, or until you move again. So, you know, I'm calling out what I'm opening, you know, bookends. I've got, you know, a vase. I've got this. I've got that. And then I grab something, and he goes, "What do you got?" And I'm like, "Decorative item." Now, it's not that funny, but when you're in that kind of mental capacity, it was freaking hilarious, and we could not stop laughing. So it's our inside joke now. Whenever I'm just at a loss for words as to describe something, it's just decorative item. Okay, so there we go. That's my stupid story. Well, anyway, so it's really warm. I gotta put my hair up. My neck is hot. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it in this. Now, how am I going to do this? If for a lid, I guess I'll have to, if I want it to be a lid like this, so you can just reach in. Or I'm thinking if I want a hole in it, but then a lid that covers the hole, so that it's still more of a draw out of the box. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do this. So I need to make a lid like this, and I need to close this up and cut a hole in it. So that's what we're going to do. So, and then these may or may not be used as the little cards that get thrown in there for things to do. I don't know. We'll see. It can always just be regular, like paper or even scrapbooking paper, because Lord knows I got enough of that and I haven't touched it in a decade. So, okay. Let me get situated. All right. I've jacked up my table enough. I'm going to cover it. This is much later in the process. I've got my box. I like this little, just very square box. And then what I did was I found another box that the, at least one side of it is good and can be used as a lid. I need it to be big enough to fold the edges and create the top. So that should work. Now, I need to cut the hole. So with that, I'm thinking, let's see, I probably could get away with just doing that, possibly. Maybe not, no, because it's going to sink down. I got to do all four. Okay, now I need to get a marker and a stencil, and I need, whether I'm going to do it with a knife or scissors, I don't know. So let me find more supplies. All right. I love me some peanuts, and I can get my hand in and out of there easily. So, you know, he's going to have bigger hands than me. I want to make sure he can get his hand in there. So I think that's a good size. So I'm going to use the lid as my stencil for how big to make my hole. So what I need to do is draw it around the outermost flap set first, cut that out, and then draw the circle under the underneath set of flaps and cut that out, and then get the whole thing taped up. Probably going to line the inside in fabric too, so that it's pretty inside and out, because that's how I am. I'm pretty inside and out. But anyway, let's get going with that. More supplies. Okay, I took all of the labels and tape off because they were a little lumpy, or at least if it was lumpy, I took it off. Not everything completely, but mostly, because some of the tape was like folded over and whatever. I want a clean palette, clean slate here. So while I had it apart, it occurred to me that covering it in fabric, at least on the outside, is going to be easier while it's flat, and then put it together. But I still want to cut my holes first, because I want to put my fabric on with the holes cut out, rather than cutting it with the fabric on, because that's going to be harder to do. So I'm going to just temporarily tape the box into shape, draw out my lines for my holes, cut them, get everything organized, and then cover it with the fabric. I'm just going to use blue painter's tape because it's like easy release. It's not going to rip more of the cardboard apart, and it's easy to tear with your fingers. I'm going to be really picky about like lining everything up perfectly so that I get an exact square, or as exact as I can. All right, I've got my box all taped up and it's nice and square. So now I can, and for sake of time, I don't know, normally I want to measure, make sure it's exactly center, but I'm usually pretty good at eyeballing it. I know, I don't have that much time to get this done, because if I spend like 4 hours on this, he's going to be like, come on, that looks pretty good. I want to cut this out, And then I'm going to tape it back up and draw the line for the underneath flaps. Why do I tell you what I'm going to do? Just watch. No, that's not going to work. Okay, hang on. Let me fix this. Wasn't thinking that one through. Okay. It's not quite centered, but oh well. Darn it. Close enough. See, now it's going to bother me. And yeah, I had this sitting here, but the measurements didn't start until like that far in, which didn't help. So yeah, for cutting it, scissors are hard to do round. Knife, I don't know if it's going to be sharp enough. We'll see. We'll try it. Let's see what's going to work best. When we were kids, the thing that always worked best to cut cardboard was Mom's good scissors. She gets so mad. Don't put your fingers underneath the blade where you're cutting. I'm trying to do this while straddling the camera. So basically, I scored the top. We all know how cardboard's made, right? I scored the top layer, saw the rest. I'm bracing my hand with my pinky and just bracing everything, and just very slowly and with lots of control, because it'll slide on you and screw it all up. Very small movements. Do not color outside the lines. Okay, there we go. Okay. There. Okay. Oh, stress. Okay, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Now this is the trickier part. It's going to work that way. Let's see. That's how we'll do it. We're going to tape it to the top. Okay. Tape that up there. Come on. I know how I could do this if I open up the bottom, but I don't feel like it. Be a little lazy. Oh, I'm going to have to. All right. This is a simple little project. Here we go. Tape it down. Flip it over. Yeah, see, that's wonked up. There we go. Wonky, wonky. I have to make sure that my circle lines up there. 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 That worked. Okay. Now I've got it. See, eventually you figure it out. Trial and error. These stickers make it harder to cut. I would take them all off next time. Ah, I'm off the line. Get back on the line. No! The next thing is going to be to wrap this up in fabric. I'll do the outside first. I don't know if I'm going to do the inside. I could. It wouldn't be that hard. Essentially, it just split the box back open, flatten it out, fabric on both sides, put the box back together. I could do that. I could. I don't know if I want to. It's kind of overkill, and I'm going to suck up a lot of time doing that. I'll get ready to do the fabric on the outside. Let's try these out. I use scissors to get the box of scissors open. Knife edge sewing scissors. And then of course I keep this because I can make labels and stuff out of that. Okay, use and care. Occasionally placing a drop of oil in the pivot area will facilitate a smooth cutting action. Inside surfaces of the blade should be wiped frequently with a dry cloth to remove accumulated lint. Full lifetime warranty. Oh, kind of impressed. Basically looking at the lines on the threads because that end's all jacked up. Oh, how about that? Oops. All right, nice scissors. Very sharp. Okay. Now we got that manufactured edge there. Roll that over, possibly. I don't know how I want to do this yet. This is what I want to do. I think is get the seam right where the box seam was. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spray this down, fold this over itself first. Krylon spray adhesive. It's a little fumy. You might want to do this outside. I figure I gotta die sometime. It takes like, I don't know, just a couple moments for it to actually start getting tacky, and it'll get all over your fingers and everything else, but you know, try not to get my hands all gooped up with this. But yeah, you can see it's already starting to get sticky. Oh no, I can't do that. I gotta pay attention to my pattern. And my top. Oh yeah, that's the top. That's the top of the box. Oh, see, I almost screwed that up. Okay, so my fabric has a picture. I want the picture to not be upside down. So yes, this is the way I gotta do it. Good thing I thought of that. It's like smoothing out the paper on your diamond painting, right? Check to see how my seams look. And they're a little puckery on that one. So I could probably tighten that up some. Figuring it out as I go along. Over the edge. Yeah, I feel like I need to move that just a tiny bit. Okay. It stays workable for a little while as far as being able to reposition. So I'm just going to move it down a little bit more. I really thought this was going to be a whole lot easier than this. Probably making it harder than I need to. Because I'm being a bit of a perfectionist. I went the wrong way with the damn thing. What the hell? Seriously. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start at this freaking end. Okay. Down here. That worked out better. Okay. Fold that down. Get everything smooth. Tight. Yes. A little finagling. Still got a little lump there, but that's okay. All I would need to do now is just pull this back a little. Give her another little spray. Run it out. Alrighty. I made that way harder than it needed to be. Now, my hands are sticky. I'm going to go wash my hands, then we'll deal with cutting the fabric and folding it over. Now what we're going to do is cut the fabric along the same lines as the box so that we can fold it in while we put together the box. Now, with the box folded up, if I were to cut right along here, I'm not going to have much to wrap. So I want to determine which side is going to be the outside flaps and which are going to be the inside. Not that it makes a big difference, but essentially what I'm going to do is give myself more fabric to wrap on the ones that are going to be showing at the bottom. I think I'll do these in first. So I do that. Let's see here. Fold that in. And then that one would go into. So what I'm going to do here is actually... because I'm looking at the seam now, trying to think it through. Yeah, I'm going to do those inside. So let's do this. And I'm not going to use those good scissors because there's adhesive all over this stuff. So here I'm going to, let's see, let's fold this down. And just unstick this from that. I'm going to snip this so that I can get it to fold. And just snip it there. Okay, so I'm just cutting the fabric for the flap that's going to go down first. There we go. And then this is going to be the outside, so I want this to have, sorry, my camera cut out, filled up my storage. Okay, I'm just going to put a little piece of tape in here. Just kind of keep it where I want it. Okay. Should be okay for that. That'll work. Yep. And this side now. Tip you up a little so you can see. I'm not a professional, people. Now I've got a lot of excess here that I can get rid of. I only need to keep like, I don't know, just ½ inch maybe. Put that down first. And then these. Yep, that's how I want to do it. Okay. Let me tip you up a little more. Bathroom's open. Oh, I can't deal with that. I'm gonna fold the top down first. And you could cut off all this extra bulk if you wanted to, but I am a 95%er. No pressure from the bottom. And again, it takes, I don't know, 20-30 seconds before it starts getting sticky. See how it's folded over? And then this side, now this is where I had the excess here. So what I can do is cut that away. And the nice thing about this spray adhesive is you do have time to work with it, pull it up and readjust and all of that, and it stays tacky. You know, you've got some room for error and readjusting. Okay, so I've got the bottom done. My hope is that the adhesive will be enough to hold it all together, that I won't have to do anything else. So for right now, I think what I want to do is just put something really heavy in the box to put weight on it. Got a bag of drills. May and may not work. We'll see. All right, now the top part here. Now for this, I think we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do the flap that has the wraparound will be the outside flap and these will be the inside. So for this, I should be able to just snip this again and get that folded in. Just snip this loose so that it'll move. It's going to be the top, so this needs enough to wrap around. So I want to, you know, diagonal. Now for folding it around, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let me get rid of a lot of this first. Get rid of all that. Just a lot of bulk. And let's actually snip this a little bit more. Just waiting for it to get tacky and then it'll start sticking. There it goes. Now that's not going to matter because it's going to get covered. Same thing on this side. So I'll cut it from this way so you can kind of see what I was doing. So this is going to come down. And I want to angle it essentially like this and like that. I don't have to go quite so steep. But probably a little deep on that one. Oopsies. Middle out a little. Get rid of the bulk. Do little snips so it'll fold in. Sprayed my thumb real good on that one. Okay. Alright, now we got those two sides done. Now I gotta do these two. Alright, so this side is already good for wrapping. Oh, I want to do the top first. And I gotta cut that middle out. Now this is the top, so I'm going to be a little more delicate about cutting this out. Just trying to get rid of the bulk. There's no hard and fast rule of these little scallops. It's just wherever. Oh, my fingers are all sticking together now. Fantastic. Lots of bulk here. You can see how everything's sticking to me now. Very sticky stuff. Okay, so I need a little more there because, you know, it's all folded up. There was no adhesive on those little spots, so just a quick little spray there. Now, obviously, I would have preferred for that to go over there, but I suppose I could pull this up. That would probably work. Yep, there you go. Yep, yep. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Get that off now. Come on. Can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to pull these back and I'm going to wrap them through both layers. When I was doing my drawer liner thingamajig, you know, I was taking the spray out in the grass to do it. Because, you know, I cared more back then. But, so my hands are sticky as all get out. And I'm in the grass. And it's like the day after he had cut the grass. So I've got like grass sticking all to my hands while I'm trying to do this with my drawer organizers. It was quite comical. Alrighty. Alright. Now this side. Gotta cut this loose. So I can fold it back. There we go. Alright. And get that wrapped around. Alright, get rid of the excess again. There we go. One last shot. That's all I need. Okay. I should probably get those diamonds out of there first. Here's your present. Alright. Alright, well, not exactly fabulous, but hey, it was my first try. So there we go. We've got our little box. And I can tell you, I cut too far on my little snips there. I could probably pull and jockey it around and everything, but we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it alone. So there's my box. This doesn't seem to have held, so let me give it another spray. Come on. A little more. Just to give me one other little scratch out of there. Nope. It's not going to give it up. Alright. Okay. Let me clean up my hands and then we'll do the lid and I'll figure out what I'm going to put in here. I had two options on hand. of what to use. This, however, is repositionable adhesive, so it's not meant to be permanent. It's a temporary hold. That's not what I want. And then I have this. I've tried both of these before and I didn't have the patience, but I have no choice now because I don't have the stuff I want. This is also for fabrics. Paper, wood, poster board, cardboard, photos, foil, medium to heavy weight fabrics, vinyl, foam, styrofoam, glass, felt, plastic, rubber, leather, metals. Strong, translucent, flexible, permanent bond. So we're going to try this. It's also a spray, but it's not an aerosol. No odor, but it takes longer to dry. Shake vigorously. Protect surrounding area from overspray. Hold bottle 8 to 10 inches away from surface. Under cardboard, spray a thin, light coat to one surface. Mate the materials and continue to apply pressure periodically. Allow to dry 1 to 3 minutes. That's actually not that much different than this was. So let's make our cap lid and then we'll wrap that in fabric as well. Let me get my cardboard, and this was the piece that I had grabbed to use. It's got a little dimple in it, but plus it doesn't matter. And I did it because it was big enough to fold, but I'm thinking now it's not big enough because by the time you fold it, it's going to be, I want like a nice big, I don't know if that's big enough. Something more like that would be better. But this is all covered in crap. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if I'm covering it. It doesn't matter if I'm going to cover it. Let's see. I wonder if that's going to be thick enough though. Probably. Let's see what else I got. This should be okay. Alright, and what I want to do is, this came with my tilt table that Shanda gave me. So what I'm going to do is just do a straight line so that, you know, that's about how big my lip, you can't see what I'm doing, can you? That's how big my lip will be, which will be fine. And then I'm trying not to draw on my ruler, but then I'm going to set this right in this corner without drawing on it. And I'm going to use this to get my width for the next side. And then I'm not going to move everything around on you. And then I'm going to do the back for my lid. This now becomes my outside line. And then this is within it. So there'd be another one there. Here's the box. Just going to freehand that one. Oh, crazy. All right, so now you can see it. All right, I got to cut this out. I'm just cutting through the top layer first. This is going to become my lid. So what I want to do is I want to score on this side so that it can bend. I'm not going to cut through, I'm just going to score it. And then I'm going to cut every other one across. You'll see in a second. I know it doesn't make sense. I built my own guinea pig cages out of Coroplast. They were like these fancy schmancy. Back when I was begging for a dog, and my husband was so against it. He ended up agreeing to, when I convinced him to let Quinn get guinea pigs because he wanted a pet too. He wanted chickens. That wasn't going to happen, but because we were in town. But I did convince Brian to let Quinn get a guinea pig. And then, you know, Brian, go big, go home. Got a breeding pair. Yeah. So we had a litter. And then I said, well, since I can't have a dog and everybody's allergic to cats, can I have one of the babies from the litter? Sure. Well, guinea pigs are social animals, so it was like, you know, you need a pair. I didn't want a breeding pair, but I wanted, anyway, the litter ended up being 2 girls and a boy. So I kept the 2 girls. And then Brian felt it was unfair to sell the boy by himself. He wouldn't have a friend, so he put the boy in with his dad. And they fought. But anyway, so I had then the mom, because we had to keep her apart from dad because they kept having babies. So I had mom and the 2 babies. And then Quinn kept the dad and the son. And I ended up going online and finding all kinds of information about how to build guinea pig cages. Custom ones, you know, instead of just the thing that looks like a glorified bird cage kind of thing. So I built those out of Coroplast. Got all fancy. And of course, you know, Brian had to make it a competition then with me. So then he built one for Quinn, and they were, yeah, this whole thing, but I'll show you pictures of that. I'll have to put them on this video because I'll probably never remember to talk about this again. Now, I've got it scored on my 4 edges, but obviously you need to release the corners. So the corners that I scored, I'm going to cut through to the intersection. And then I want to score this side too. I'm going to freehand it. Careful. And then this side, I'm going to cut through and score it. Cut through. All right. There we go. Now we hope and pray that it fits, right? It's probably too damn small because I didn't account for that. Yep. Exactly. All right. So, yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. You gotta give yourself a little extra. Darn it. Well, I can probably make it work. It's gonna be covered in fabric. Yeah, if I just get rid of those flaps, it'll probably be fine. Yeah. No, I probably need to do it again. Damn it. It's too tight. Darn it. Alright, so I didn't think about where I cut and then the space it's going to fill. So whatever you would think it to be, I would add like an extra 1/4 of an inch on either side. So I'm going to just go ahead and make another one. You saw how essentially to do it. But if you do this, don't go with the exact size of your box. Add a 1/4 inch all the way around so that your top fits loosely. So I'm gonna fix this. All right, now I can score everything again. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut every other one through. So just end this and that. All right, let's try this again. Let's just put a little tape on it, just to hold it in place. Okay, my fabric's, you know, coming loose a little here and there. Just keep pushing it down. All right, let's see if this fits now. There we go. Isn't that cute? Yeah, now it looks too big, right? Pain in the ass. Anyway, good enough. I think it's kind of cute, right? That's cute. Okay, now we're going to use tape because I don't care. It's getting wrapped, and we're going to wrap it up. I guess it doesn't matter if I just use the painter's tape, but painter's tape is low tack. I'm afraid it'll loosen up and fall off over time. And actually, the strapping tape will help kind of smooth out that hard edge from scoring the cardboard. Or I could wrap some batting around it. Now, because I use such a janky piece of cardboard, I'm going to have to cover the inside of the lid too. Just trying to see what that's going to look like. It probably, oh, here. The bathroom door's open again. Yeah, I think I want to put some batting or something to soften that up. See what I've got. Yeah, that'll work. Sure. Sure, sure, sure. Let me see if I have a smaller piece of something scrap. Piles and piles and piles of it. This one looks like it's not much of it. Rather than wrapping a whole sheet. Let's see. Oh, here's a white one. That's small too. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. This green's kind of cute. I could make a bow or something with it. Let's see. Is this big enough? Nope, just barely. Any better scissors? Those would be my cardboard cutting scissors. Barely squeaking by on this, huh? Alright, good enough though. It's a little something. So we're going to do the inside and the outside with that thing. It says shake well, 8 to 10 inches. Basically in the corner, you can cut a little square out of the corner for the excess. So when you've got it up in the corner, cut that little corner out. Alright, now all this is like excess, really. I don't want to get rid of all of it. So I'm going to spray and stick it up against, yeah, I just oversprayed. Stick it up against the side. Again, these sides are short enough, I think, that they're not going to matter. So I've got the inside done. Now I need to get a piece for the outside. Oh, I wanted to put this on too. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to move this over. Get a little overspray on my desk. Okay, that's good. And that's way too much. That's good. So I measure. Wrong scissors again. That's way plenty. Okay, too far. That's why my fabric ends up all janky. I get tired near the end. I'm going to cut off the white edge because I'm not going to like turn edges under and all that. I'm getting too tired. You won't care. You won't even look at the details, I'm sure. And my back hurts. I need a bigger piece of cardboard for spraying too. Just Now, hang on. The lid. Again, excess. I'm going to cut this way and cut this out. And then that should be able to go this way. Yeah, I know there's a better way. It's like cut it diagonal into the corner, blah, blah, blah. I should probably do it that way, but I wasn't doing it that way. So we're going to do it that way because I'm acting like I've never sewn anything in my life. So we'll cut it this way. Cut it on an angle, mitered into the corner. La, 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 la. And there we go. And then this is all like excess here. Oh yeah, I screwed that up now. See? That's what happens when you just go and cut shit. Wrong. Messed it up. Yeah, I jacked this up by doing it that way. Going and cutting without looking at it. Should not have done that. Oh well. My cardboard's getting soggy on this side. I'm not liking this stuff. It doesn't work. Not liking it. Not liking it at all. It's just making my cardboard mushy. Nothing's sticking. 'Tis not a good experience. Getting a little frustrated. This is not working out. I'm thinking this stuff is bullshit. All I've got is wet cardboard. It sucks. Oh, what a freaking mess, man. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. That Krylon spray stuff, I would be done by now and, like, had a drink in my hand. This is bullshit. It's not doing anything. It's not sticking. It's... Ugh. The sprayer keeps shooting in all different directions. A bunch of crap is what it is. And I don't think it was cheap either. But, yeah, this is, like, doing nothing. Nothing. 1 to 3 minutes. I think I've been farting with this for like 20. Getting pissed. Yeah, this is bullshit. Bullshit. And I still have to make the things to go inside, so I'm getting fucking pissed. Okay. There. There's my box. If it had turned out. But it's fucked. Yeah, this fucking sucks. Okay, so I'm going to monkey with this. You got the idea. Don't buy this crap. Bullshit. I calmed down from my hissy fit. I do apologize. It wasn't going well. Okay, so got my lid done, and yeah, I use strapping tape to hold it together, just so I can finish this gift. And you know, when I can buy some more aerosol to finish, I'll do that then. But for now. There we go. Okay. Now I need to make, yeah, that's going to just sit there like that too. I can try some double-sided tape. It's downstairs. I'm going to do something. I'll figure something out to make that stick together. But now I'm going to make my little cards to go inside. I need to just kind of do them quickly, I guess, because I'm running out of time. So I'm just going to think of stuff and put it on. I don't even know what kind of card stock I have, but probably nothing. I don't know. Or I'll do it tomorrow, because I don't know when we're exchanging gifts. I guess I'll have to ask. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I can't think anymore. And I'm a little perturbed. So yeah, at least I've got that done. Kind of. 95%. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay. Yeah, this is, don't waste your money on that shit. It's crap. It's not sticking at all. All it did was make my cardboard mushy. 1 to 3 minutes is bullshit. I probably put too much on, but it wasn't sticking when I used a little, so anyway. There we go. That's, yeah. But I guess I'm not going to really show you what I'm going to put inside, but yeah, it's just, and then I'm just going to wrap this for him with stuff. So, or maybe I'll tell him, I'll put an empty piece of paper and a pen in it and go that we can write our own together. Then I'm done. Okay. See ya. Okay, everybody. Why do I say to okay every time? I am going to attempt to finish Brian's gift while he's out fishing. It's Christmas Eve. So I actually was pondering the idea of going live while I did this, but then I figured that would be too distracting and I wouldn't finish. So I want to do the time-consuming part right now, record it, and maybe I'll go live when I'm making the entries of the little coupons to go inside because you guys can give me ideas. So let me get this part done. The spray adhesive, I ran out. The E6000 was crap. It didn't work. I did just use strapping tape to hold it in place last night to let the cardboard dry out because it was like sopping wet from that stuff. It didn't stick at all. So now I dug through my sewing kit. I found some super fabric textile adhesive. It's really old. This is probably 14 years old. Because I was making Christmas ornaments when the kids were 2. The twins. So I don't know if it's any good, but hey, and it's Aleen's. I don't think this is going to do anything. I've got fray check, but that's not going to do anything. And if that doesn't work, I've got the glue gun that Jane gave me. So let me read this and see how long it takes, because maybe the glue gun is going to be the best option for me here. 72 hours before laundering, sets in 2 to 6 hours. Yeah, I don't want to wait 2 to 6 hours. Okay, we're going glue gun. Glue gun. Okay, never. I shouldn't say never. I haven't used a glue gun in forever. Let me get it out. And I'm going to pause you while I get it out because it's like buried. Okay, I've got the glue gun. I've got this heat resistant mat Jan gave me. This is the nice Aleen's glue gun. It has its own stand, but I notice when you use its stand, it has the tip like super close to the surface. So I also grabbed this stand that she gave me and put that on there. Just, I don't know, makes me feel better. And again, it's been like decades since I used a glue gun, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not going to read the instructions. Seat of my pants. These are tweezers that came with my screwdriver set, so they're a little stronger because I don't want to burn myself. I'm thinking I'm going to need some tweezers. I can get rid of this stuff while I'm waiting for it to heat up. I'm guessing it just heats up on its own because I didn't see an on-off switch. I've got pins for, I found, I don't know, 15 years ago I made my own Roman shades because we had really huge windows and it was too expensive to buy shades. And this was the leftover trim I had on the bottom of my Roman shades, so I thought I'd embellish the lid a little bit. I have just enough to go around. So pins to hold it in place while I adhere it. So let's see here. Get rid of some of this extra stuff I'm not going to be using at the moment. Let's see. I looked for brighter light bulbs, and I have the chandelier bulbs in my fixture, the little tiny, and we have all LED lights. We don't have any other chandelier bulbs. Brian told me that that's the brightest wattage that they have. Well, whatever. Right, I'm going to move this over. I'm right-handed. And this, and extra glue. And this can get put away. And I have no idea how long it takes for a glue gun to heat up. No idea. Let's see here. No idea. Not yet. How do you know it's on? Don't want to touch it. It's going to be hot. I'm assuming it's on. Doesn't have a light or anything. So it should be on. My power strip's on. Oh, I can smell it now. Okay, so I know it's working. I can smell it. All right, I need to pause you for a second. I've got like powered cord and all this stuff, and I don't want to be all tangled up. Okay, the glue gun's hot. I did pull this back, all the flaps and everything, to re-glue, and I figured I would do the top first so I can get my hands in here, push down all the little flaps and all of that, and then do the bottom last. So I did just peel back the fabric that we stuck down. We, and by we I mean I, with your moral support. So I did pull it apart. That's what's going on here. So let me just set this down here and let's give it a whirl. All right. Maybe it's not hot enough yet, unless this is just normal for it to be this hard. Probably not going quick enough either. All right, let's see here. And there we go. That side's okay. This side, I think it dried. You don't have much work time, do you? Take all the snot balls out. And okay, gotta move faster than that. Alright. Ooh, Jesus. Did I just break the thing? Maybe. Shit. Alright. What'd I do? Hold on. Okay, I didn't break it. I practiced a little. So I taped my little flaps out of my way. I did one side at a time. I squeezed it together. Now we'll do the other side. So, thank goodness I didn't break it. Right, together, squish, and hold it, let it dry, or whatever you call it with hot glue, cool off, harden. There we go. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to have to just like squeeze it in there without burning myself. Dad always called me Grace. Very clumsy. Okay. There we go. I'm kind of liking the glue gun. This is like instant gratification. Don't like waiting. All right, there, that feels good. All right, very good. All right, now take the tape off and deal with my little fabric flaps. Right. I'm thinking from down there, not going to be easy with the glue gun. So how do I want to do this? Let's see. I wish I had that spray adhesive. That stuff is good. All right, maybe a little thick, and I'm going to burn my fingers doing that too. Let's see if I stick the gun down in there, maybe with some tweezers. Let's see, where's that one? I don't know if it's going to fit down there. Yeah, it does. Okay. We'll just take it slow, one at a time, tweezers. And yeah, that works. Just be careful you don't burn yourself. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I just put a little blob where the flap's gonna go over. And then I grab the tweezers, push down, give it a time to cool a little bit before I stick my thumb right in the hot glue. A little blob, tweezers, flip it over. Smooth it out. That works, that works, that works. Okay. Wonder if I could do it without the tweezers, save some time. Maybe. Yep. It's not too terribly hot through fabric. So that works. Okay. Use caution. Ooh, let's lift it over. Is my head getting in your way? Okay, I'm almost halfway done. I really don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but you know, just gluing down my little flaps one at a time. A little extra glue on the seam there, between flaps. All right. All right, there we go. It's pretty good. And then she also gave me this little pot that you put all your little scraps in that, not the ones with cardboard stuck to them, but to melt, and then you can use like, you know, toothpick or something to precisely apply it where you want it. Now, I would have suggest don't just go snipping these little things like I did, because I cut them too deep and you can see where they went. I shouldn't have cut them so long, so I would be more careful next time I do that. And now spider webs, there we go. Okay. Now I can put this down and take that tape off of there. probably doesn't matter, but I got issues. I should have left that one alone. There we go. Okay, let's see here. Now, I think I'm going to glue down this. Oh, it's going to stick. Yeah, there's enough of that spray adhesive still on here that the fabric is sticking. But I can cut out this excess because that's just adding bulk. All right, again, we're going to do one side at a time. Let's put a little here, get that fabric down, and roll it all this here. There we go. Stick my hand up from underneath, push. Let's do this side too, because I got a blob sitting there. All right. Get it straight. Line it up. There we go. All right, now. Some in here. Yeah, that was stupid, right? That was kind of dumb. That was very dumb. All right, but we can shoot some up inside there. There you go. And push from the bottom. There we go. Good. So much better than it was. Spider webs. Okay, now let's address this mess we got going here. Pull off this tape that was holding it in place. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. I don't think it's going to matter. And it's kind of helping me with that side. Many of the world's problems can be fixed with duct tape or strapping tape if you want to see through it. I'm trying to hurry. I want to get this done before he gets home. Off with you. All right. So, see, and that didn't even stick. Bullshit stuff. All right. Works with fabric, my ass. Okay. And then I had messed this up, but I'm going to try and salvage it. I cut my corners too deep on that too. So let me just get this inside part glued down, and then we'll move on. Trainwreck tutorials by going off my meds. I know I'm getting carried away here pulling all this shit off, which I don't need to. I'm just OCD has kicked in. All right, I'm gonna get this glued down in here. Again, I don't know if it's gonna be hot. Just stick that up in there, and okay, nice. nice and tight, right up into the corners. Now this thing that I screwed up, just trying to get it so that I can have enough on the corners to fix my mistake here. I think this is the corner that's such a problem. Maybe not. They're all kind of a problem. And I don't want to cut a new piece of fabric. I think that might work. Put that around there. Go whisper to myself now. Yeah, I think I've got it now. I'm going to start on the sides where the most precarious and then move around to where I've got excess. This side I want to wrap around and then fold those up. Okay, I'm going to start over here and just put a little bit of this here and just get this piece wrapped around the side to cover my edge where it cut too close. And same thing over here, a little bit of that. And tweezers so I don't burn myself. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? Just smoosh it around. There we go. There. Okay. Good. And if I wanted to be all fancy, I could like roll my edge and everything. I don't know if I want to be fancy yet. We'll figure that out in a minute. Now, let's get this side up. And I've got it just folded over and stick it down. See that? That doesn't look too bad. And we'll do the same on this side. Got a little tiny bit where you can see where I cut, but I think I can probably tuck that in. There we go. With the tweezers. There we go. So that looks okay. And we'll do the same thing over here. We're going to glue these down this way and then fold and roll. And I want to make sure that my top stays tight here. Okay, that burned a little. Yeah, burned myself just a tiny little bit right there. Not bad. And I want to make sure I'm watching my top, that it's tight. Yep, that's good. Yep, 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 yep. Now, if I had done this right and left enough fabric, I could have rolled my edge and glued it in and all that other stuff. I do at least have enough, oh, maybe not quite enough to cover the cardboard down there. I could put an extra piece in, but it's such a little piece. Yeah, I'm still gonna do it because I can't have the cardboard showing. I could always just put a piece all the way around the inside when I'm done, but then we're adding so much bulk. And how tight is this? It's already pretty tight. That side's okay, that side's okay, that side's okay. It's just this one side, and it's so damn close. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go. Believe it or not, I'm letting it go. And I guess I won't roll it under because then it's gonna be even worse. I can't do it. I gotta put a little piece in there. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna fold this under. That glued in. I'm gonna do half at a time because shit dries quick. Okay. And now I'm off my mat and hanging right over my table. Yeah, that works better than burning your fingers. I know you probably can't see jack. And I need to get that folded under, and I didn't. Let me get that back out. Fold it under. Come on, you little bugger. There we go. Okay. Let me get a mess out of myself here. Well, it's not the most beautiful corner in the world, but it'll do, pig. Okay. Who knows what movie that's from? Babe. That'll do, pig. Okay. And let's do this side. That works good. Thank you for this gift, Jan. I'm liking it. Careful. Felt warmth. Scary. Come on. And fold. There we go. Not the best seam. I'll get better with practice. That in. Fold that in. Glue that down. Fold in. Folded it too far. Now it doesn't match. Darn it, darn it. See what I did? I have to stretch the crap out of that, make it cover. but I'm going to do that. I'm not putting another filler piece in there. Yeah, actually, I should have started at the end where I need to stretch it. Get it in there. Okay. Good enough. I got it. Covered it. All right. Last side. Right there. I hear trucks outside. I wonder if they're delivering packages. I heard from Cindy, and mine is back order, so they didn't send it. I'm not missing anything there, but I am still missing my package from Vicky, and I know what it is. So, you know I didn't give credit to the wrong person or something, that I've actually gotten it. So I know what that is. I know what I'm expecting, and Cindy's is back ordered. But the weird thing is they told her it's shipped. Isn't that odd? Say that it's shipped and then, oh, no, sorry, it's back ordered. How do you mess that up? I'm struggling with this side here. It's just too much bulk. Let's see here. I'm going to cut some of this off because it's just too much shit going on in this corner. Unglue it and fold it straight. Yeah, that should work. Okay, so I'm going to start on one end, work our way across. I guess we'll start over here. But yeah, I can hear trucks out there, unless, what day is it? Oh, it's Monday, it's garbage day. It's not a garbage truck. That's no fun. Bring us goodies, don't take away garbage. Oh. It's just a lot of fussing, isn't it? Come on. Alright, I'm gonna just dive in here. My patience is wearing thin on this one. It's a duper, 95%. Okay, there. So I've got my lid done, and I could go in and, you know, put a little dab-a-doo-ya to hold down these loose parts. Now, the fringe beads. Let's see. So here's my little box, and let's see here. The lid, this is picture up, and so then the best side of the box, because here's my seam, I guess, with the little girl there. If I would have spent a little more time on it, I could have like centered like the woman, but she doesn't show anywhere except for on the bottom. Oops. But I guess this side looks nice. So there's my official front, and I've got this fringe. And I was thinking to put it on the lid, like near the bottom of the lid, rather than centered, so that the beads are hanging off of the lid, kind of right down there. Kind of. That's what I was thinking. I suppose, so that I end up even, I could put it right at the edge. Or very close to the edge, maybe just right above the edge. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So now I want to start where my seam is for my back corner, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this as far as getting it going. Let's see here. I'm going to just pin it first. Yeah, probably should have straightened it out before I flopped it down, but here we go. Alright, let's see here. I think lower than that even. But I just want to get it up there, and then I can adjust. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Right? That's kind of cute. Yeah. Right, but I think I want it just a little bit lower. My danger zone, I got pins poking up, but let's start. Now, I think I'm going to do it just above that line. So, I will just start by putting a little dab in here to fasten this down. There we go. Okay, I guess I need to take this off so I can maneuver. Alright, let's see here. Trying to make sure it's level and everything. I can hear beads falling. Okay, I think I'm just going to eyeball. Because of the weight of it, I think I'm going to put, let's see here. Alright, I'll just do this. Put a little bit here. Alright, this is starting to get on me. There we go. Okay, so far so good. If I wasn't so scared of burning myself, I would so much rather be using my fingers to smooth it out, but I'm afraid. There we go. Alright, yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, next side. Keep going. Get rid of these pins. This could be like an 8-hour tutorial on how to make a freaking box. Okay. Okay, 2 sides. I think there's going to be a lot of time lapse in these. Okay. I hope you can see what I'm doing. Kind of, huh? Oh, I got it too close to the edge on that. Well, oh well. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to see this. Oh, that worked a whole lot better that time. Okay. Alright. Home stretch, kids. Alright, now how to finish the edge. Let's see here. We are going to just cut this off. Give myself a little extra. Let's see here. Get rid of that. And I'm going to just fold that. I need to get rid of one more bead, I think. Maybe not. I can just let 2 be on the corner. Yeah, because then it ends up even. Okay. I need that bead on this side of this. Okay, I can get rid of a little extra of that. No, I'll leave it there. Let's see. How do I want to do this? You put a little dab of Dooya on this. And I need to get that folded over nice and close to that one. Ah, bead stuck on it. Come on, out of there. Right. And there we go. Alright, now, next step. Coupons put inside here. This is where I was thinking it'd be fun to go live. It's 2 o'clock. Anyway, I'm going to clean this up and maybe I'll go live. We'll see.